everyone, welcome back to my channel. In case you are new here, hi, my name is Bia and I am truly passionate about makeup. In today's video, I am going to be creating this look with you guys. This is super sultry and, in my opinion, super appropriate for New Year's Eve. So in case you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. But first, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already. I actually have a look in mind for today's video, but I change my mind quite often while doing my makeup. So I will not be making any promises, but my idea for today is to use this eyeshadow palette and this type of color, kind of a cut crease. I don't know, let's see, but something along those lines probably. Either that or a very dramatic smoky eye with a lot of black pencil smoked out on the lash line. Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, I can never make up my mind. But first, I am going to start by doing the complexion, which is great because it will kind of give me a little bit of time to think about it. And first of all, I am taking one of my favorite foundations of this year and previous years as well. In case you guys want to check out my favorite products for each and every category, just check out my previous video because it is about my top picks of 2022 when it comes to makeup. This is the foundation that I'm going in with, and it is on my previous video. It is not the only one, but it's the one that I'm using today, which is a natural radiant longwear foundation from NARS. All I know is that I want my eye makeup to be super sparkly because it's New Year's, for God's sake. Like, I need some sparkle. I feel like this will be the most random stuff that I will ever say in a video, but I just learned that cleaning your house on New Year's Eve and New Year is bad luck. It is not like I believe in that sort of stuff. I mean, I do to a certain extent, but like, this year was rough, you know, and I am not one to play with odds. If I can do anything else to make sure that this year goes well, I am going to. This foundation will take me to 2023 This foundation will take me to 2023 looking flawless. I am legit so pale right now that even this foundation is getting way too dark for me. Like, I don't know what's happening. The camera is probably capturing the opposite, but trust me, I need a 10. For bronzer, I am taking the NARS Laguna Bronzing Cream. I love this formula so much and I will never stop using this. Today, I am going to be using a product for the first time and I'm going to film my first impressions for TikTok, and obviously I will show you how it looks. But if you don't follow me on TikTok, it is time to do so. Like, I post so much content over there, mostly like get ready with me and talk through videos. It is my favorite type of content. That's why I love YouTube so much. But yeah, I always leave my link to my other socials on the description, so don't forget to check them out. Guys, I just straightened my hair because I washed it yesterday at night and I am really avoiding putting it up on a ponytail, but like the mess, the frizz, and the fact that it's not long enough to like stay behind my shoulders is like stealing my inner peace. I feel like this year I will lighten up my hair again because honestly, I just feel like I have way too much hair for it to be this dark. I feel consumed by my hair. And I was like not blonde, but like I had like pretty lighter hair. I did some, is it balayage? I don't know, like I am not really an expert in hair, as you can pretty much tell. But that really messed up my hair. It destroyed my hair, like they couldn't do anything else on it. And I went to a very prestige hairdresser to do that. I paid like big girl money and they still So now I have trust issues with hairdressers. I have trust issues with hairdressers since I was little. Because when I was little, I once went to one and I said like, cut the ends of my hair. My hair has always been super voluminous, like you guys have no idea. So I already know pretty well that if I cut my hair way too short, it will just pile up on top of each other and just have even more volume because it's even lighter, so it kind of like goes up even more. And they cut my hair through here. It wouldn't even touch my shoulder. I was little, like I wasn't doing all of this styling to my hair, so I was going to rock it naturally, and I cried for days. I was like 7 or 8. That was trauma. Anyways, moving on to blush, I am taking the Rare Beauty in the shade Happy. I want the eyes to be the main statement of the whole makeup, so I am going to try to tone everything else down. The powder blush that I'm going in with today is also new on my makeup collection. I haven't even tried it yet because I wanted to try it on camera, and it is the blush that Makeup by Ariel always uses on Kylie Jenner, or at least used to always use. I am really curious to see what the fuss is all about. It is a Sephora blush, so on top of everything, it is an affordable product. I mean, not as affordable as drugstore, but not as pricey as, for instance, like a high-end blush. And I feel like it will go so well with this one because it is also a shade of pink, kind of like the same bright pink as this one. And honestly, everything that Makeup by Ariel and Makeup by Mario and Makeup by Spencer say, guys, I am down. They're like some of the biggest names in the industry, so if they say that a product is good, obviously I try to take everything with a grain of salt, because it's not that a product is not good sometimes, but not everything works for everybody, so I try to mind it. But when it comes from them, everything that I bought, like, no regrets. I look like I was slapped, but that's okay because I am still going in with concealer, and I like to take this higher. I don't know, when I blend the concealer, everything just blends together a little bit better, and every single transition, like from the concealer to the blush and to the bronzer, just looks very seamless. And for concealer, I am taking the Power Flex from Tarte. I honestly love this one, and I said on, I think it was on TikTok, that my only wish regarding this product is that it wouldn't crease as badly, because sometimes even with setting, it will crease a little bit. This one really requires me to bake, which I am not a fan of, especially when I am running out of powder. I am going to order a restock probably tomorrow because I am scared as hell of actually running out of powder. I still have a KVD one, but like that formula just looks so cakey on me. I bought it, I used it for a few months until I was able to buy one, and I never looked back. I know that some people hate it, some people love it. For me, it's more like on the hate side. It's like it doesn't melt into my skin, it just sits on top. And honestly, it doesn't help me that much with the creasing at all. So I am talking so much. I was editing my last video yesterday, and guys, when I tell you that I had to cut down from like 45 minutes of me talking to 25 because I couldn't stop talking. I am not kidding. Like, I was looking at the footage, and as soon as I uploaded to the timeline in which I was going to edit it, and I saw that I had like almost 2 hours of me straight up talking, I was like, I don't know if this is a sign for me to start a podcast or if I should just shut the hell up. Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, the blush kind of diffuses perfectly into the concealer, and I love this. Like, I love this. I am so indecisive about the eye look. I am kind of freaking out. I really don't know what I want to do. Like, I have so many ideas, and I just can't decide. This is the liquid highlighter that I'm using today. It is the same one as I used on my previous video because this has been a favorite of mine. It is so good. This is the Rare Beauty liquid luminizer in the shade Mesmerized. It's a little bit in here never hurt anybody. I want to enter my 2023 era being bright and shiny like a diamond. I won't accept any less than that. I'm going to take care of my brows and I will be right back. It is time to apply some setting spray, and I am going in with the usual. This is the NYX setting spray with a matte finish. It should be a crime to apply cold sprays during winter. I'm feeling extra today because I am going to be using 2 new products on today's video. Like, who is she? She's fancy, she's bougie, and she's low-key on a budget. But anyways, to set my face, the Laura Mercier powder. I know I should switch things up a little bit, but if this is making me look flawless in every single way, shape, and form, like, why would I change it, you know? It is time to start setting this to the gods. Time for powder bronzer, and I am taking the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. Applying bronzer makes me feel so normal again because I have like some shade and some tan back on my face. Layering products like creamy formulas and then the powder formulas just gives you the most flawless base that you can possibly achieve. So it is definitely a technique that I always use on myself, and this technique is actually very well known amongst makeup artists and very used on brides especially, because layering makeup can increase the durability of the look so much. I don't know if you guys believe that the universe gives you signs, like, or anything on those lines, but I really do. And honestly, the fact that my YouTube channel is finally taking off right at the end of the year just kind of feels like the universe is telling me that this is going to be like something big in 2023, and I honestly cannot wait to see like what that year is going to bring. I don't wish to see how I end that year because I am honestly scared. I do believe that everything is going to go well, but I just prefer to live in the present and not know what's coming. But I just have this feeling that this year is going to be so good to me. I honestly cannot wait. I've been working so hard for the past years on my social media, and this year has been like really testing my mental strength. And by the way, I am taking this Urban Decay waterproof setting powder because my eyes are always tearing up, so I like to set the area around my eyes with it. But as I was saying, I just feel like this year was very mentally taxing, and it was challenging me on all the ways that it could possibly find. And I don't know, I just have this great feeling about 2023, and I just hope that I am right. I've been working so hard, so I definitely do deserve all the goodness that is coming towards me, and I have never been so kind of ready to receive it. But anyways, I'm going to shut up so that we don't end up with a 26 or 27 minute video like we did on the previous one. So now moving on to blush. I am so excited to try this, you have no idea. This is the Colourful Matte Blush from Sephora. It is the one that Makeup By Ariel was constantly using on Kylie Jenner, and I can definitely see it. I recreated so many of his looks on her. How do I open this? Honey, you don't have to be an engineer to open a blush. Okay, so this is the shade. I can definitely see it. I have recreated so many of his looks on her, and even though most of the times I am just doing the eye makeup, what I do is try to make the face and the lips look as similar as possible, so that like the whole thing looks really close, not just the eyes, and makes everything look so more cohesive, you know. And I can definitely see this shade. I was actually using a MAC shade that I had on my pro makeup kit that is really similar to this one. I can see it. Like, I think that I did a great choice on those recreations. Okay, is this very pigmented? I don't know what to expect, so I'm going in with a little. Okay, it's not crazy pigmented, it's not like Benefit, so we can go in a little bit heavier. I am so scared every time that I try new powder blushes because I never know what to expect. Okay guys, I really like the shade. It is so beautiful. This is kind of like my vibe. No, but for real, this looks really beautiful. And I love the formula. It blends so well and it just looks very airbrushed. It looks high-end, I am not gonna lie. Obviously, I haven't tested the longevity of the product because it is literally the first time that I'm applying it. But I mean, if Makeup by Ariel uses it on Kylie Jenner, it is pretty long lasting, I would say. I am loving the shade. Please somebody stop me because I am going to be looking like I was slapped. It is definitely matte. I am obsessed with the shade. It looks so beautiful, guys, and honestly the formula is amazing. Now for the highlighter. I am going to quickly film the review on TikTok, but obviously I am going to tell you guys my thoughts on it here on YouTube. This is called the Positive Light Skin Touch Highlighter. Looks like a giant pearl. I have very high hopes for this product. Guys, I got a little bit carried away and I applied the whole thing for TikTok, but I am going to leave a comparison side by side in here that I filmed with my phone. And guys, let me just show you the glow, okay? Like, my skin looks wet. Final review, it is very pigmented, it is very intense, so honestly a little bit goes a long way. You honestly don't need that much product. It melts into the skin so perfectly, it will just look like you are glowing from within. It doesn't look chunky, it doesn't look glittery at all. I heard some people saying that it was glittery. It is not, trust me. It just gives you that wet skin finish. I used this brush to apply it. I just did some tapping motions and it looks insanely good. It looks so smooth on the skin. It doesn't look like a harsh highlighter at all. I love the formula and I definitely see myself using this a ton. Okay, so now it is time to move on to the eyes. I am going to leave the last round of setting spray for last, as I always do, just for the sake of it being easier to clean any eyeshadow fallout. And by the way, I didn't give 10 seconds of my attention to figure out what makeup look that I'm doing, so I think that I'm just going to stick with my initial plan and we will go from there. Taking the Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty, which was definitely a favorite of mine this year. It is so beautiful. And the 228 from Zoeva. I'm going to start applying Precious, which is this grayish shade, all over my crease. I wanted to do something more on the cool tone side, so let's see how that goes. I'm also going to push it towards the end of my brow. I am thinking of doing a full cut crease and applying a very reflective shimmer on my whole lid. And this eyeshadow palette and overall like Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes are perfect for that because their shimmers are always the best. Like, I have never seen such a reflective shimmer as I see on their palette, except for Pat McGrath. And by the way, I am dying to get my hands on one of those palettes. Like, the price point, baby, you are good, but the price point is a little bit over the top. I mean, I am sure that once I try it, I can pretty much justify 100% the price point, but still, it is a no-go for me right now. Their matte eyeshadows are really easy to blend, but they are so pigmented, goddamn. This is a little bit more purple than what I wanted, but it's okay. We can work with that. I just want something sultry, sexy, and very sparkly for New Year's. Now taking a 239, I am taking the deepest matte eyeshadow on the palette, which is Mantra. I think that this is like a very deep purple shade. I honestly cannot remember, but if I had to guess, yeah, definitely. But it's almost black. And I'm going to try to keep it very close to my crease. But like, do you guys see where I'm going? I know that it might look a little bit crazy and very like deep and just too much right now, but once we do the cut crease, you will barely be able to see this eyeshadow. You will just see that very sharp line. I'm already panicking because I don't know what kind of lipstick I'm going to use for this. I am taking a Radiate, which is lighter than any of the matte eyeshadows that I use, and the 228 from Zoeva, and I'm just going all over my crease to tone down this ashy color. Okay guys, I changed my mind. I know, shocking, but I am not really going to change that much. The only thing is that I don't think that I want a very sharp cut crease. I am going to keep the structure going, but I will apply the shimmer without it being that precise and that sharp on the crease. So now I am going to take a black pencil and I am going to do a black smoky eyeliner. Like, that one is going to be strong. I'm going to try this one that Pixi sent me this week. This is the Endless Silky Eye Pen. Using this Argent makeup brush, I am applying Mantra on top of the eyeliner to smoke it out even more, and as always, to set it. I cannot wait to apply the shimmer. The shimmers on this palette always get me excited because they are so stunning, so reflective. They are like insane. I'm also going to apply this very deep shade like on the outer V. I want to intensify it a little bit more. Time to clean up the edges with some concealer, and I am going to shut up to do this because this can get really messy. I am going to apply the pencil on my waterline. Okay, so now the plan is to go in with this shimmer, which is really cool. I'm just going to swatch it in the back of my hand, and by the way, it is called Blissful. My hand is not cute, alright? Like, but bear with me. It is insanely reflective, but it kind of looks purple, blue at the same time. I love this type of shimmers because they look so cool on. So I'm going to start by applying it, and I need a brush for that. I'm going in with this Morphe brush. This is honestly one of my favorite brushes to apply shimmers. This is the M210. I'm going to bring it towards the inner corner because this is the lightest that I'm going to use. Right next to the eyeliner, I am going in with the Empowered. I was kind of like indecisive if I should do a very deep smoky eye using this one all over my lid, but then I decided to add a little bit of brightness. So I'm just going to use this on the outer part. Can you guys see the sassiness that is coming through? One last round of setting spray, and I just realized that I am actually late. I thought that I had a little bit more time. To line my lips, I'm going in with a MAC lip pencil in the shade Whirl. I'm going to keep the lips very subtle because the eyes are definitely a main thing on this makeup look. And for lipstick, I am using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. Guys, I am going off camera to take care of my lashes, which is the only thing that is left, and I will be right back. I am back. I honestly love this type of sultriness for the New Year's Eve, but I also want to know what you guys think about it. So don't forget to leave me your feedback in the comments down below. And before you leave this video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video in case you haven't already. And in case you guys want to binge watch my content, here's a playlist with my videos so that you guys can enjoy more content. Bye guys, and I will see you on my next one.